Hey there, y'all. Disney D Prince here today, kicking off our spooky season with Mattel's Disney Villain 3-pack. So, this is the first Playline release that we've gotten since Mattel has gotten the Disney license back. Now, we did see the Mattel Creations exclusive Maleficent already, and of course, the live action Ursula. But this is the first time we are getting one that is done specifically as a playline. And they pulled a couple of niche villains for this one, which I love because I'm very excited to have these dolls in my collection. Now, in this set is the evil queen from Snow White, Cruella Deville from 101 Dalmatians, and Yzma from The Emperor's New Groove. I am excited about this. This is the first Playline Yzma doll that we've ever gotten, and only the second Yzma doll to have been made, because the first one was the Disney Designer Midnight Runway collection, which that retailed for, I believe, $130. And this set retails for $60, which isn't crazy, but it is a higher priced set. But when you take into fact that you get 3 dolls in there, it is only $20 a doll. And the last time that we had a Cruella Deville doll was when Hasbro attempted to do Cruella Deville in their, I guess their fashion line that they had. It was weird. They weren't really in their outfits. They were kind of in their outfits. I did review Cruella, and I used her to make a custom Disney Store doll. But this is a much more film accurate version of Cruella. So we're going to take a look at them. So like I said, I picked mine up from Amazon. I did order them as soon as they were available. There is the UPC and the item number. I am not sure if these are going to wind up in stores or not, but here is their artwork here on the back. It does give you a little bit of info about the villains. Under Evil Queen, it says Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, 1937. Crazed with jealousy, the Evil Queen will not let Snow White stand in her way. Cruella Deville, 101 Dalmatians, 1961. Fashion-obsessed Cruella Deville is determined to steal those adorable puppies. Yzma, The Emperor's New Groove, 2000. Evil sorceress Yzma schemes to get rid of Emperor Kuzco and claim the throne and the title of Empress for herself. My Eartha Kitt is bad. I'm very sorry. My Eartha Kitt is basically just Catwoman, I feel like. But it is in kind of a low-impact packaging, so it does not have any tape on the side or anything. So you can just take the dolls straight out, just like that. And as you can see, this is kind of a display-ready set, because look at them. They are there and ready to go. Like, if you stuck this on a shelf, it would not be crazy. There's no sheet in front of it. There's no extra plastic that you have to take off. There are a couple of ties that you have to cut, but these are ready to go, which is great. Now, as you can see, the biggest problem we're going to have with Yzma's dress, which we may not actually have a problem with because it seems like it's stretchy, is the fact that they snatched her to high heavens. Like, her and Cruella got itty-bitty teeny tiny waists, which is great because they look like the characters. But it's also a little bit more of a problem considering we want to take these and put them on articulated bodies. Now, not a problem with Yzma's dress because it's done in a stretch cotton. Gonna be more of an issue with Cruella's dress considering it is done in like probably like a triple layer sateen, but this is like a sateen polyester. Now, Evil Queen has more of a stretch dress, and she does have a very film accurate look. It's just not quite as dramatic as some of the versions of Evil Queen that I've seen. Like, I love the face. Like, the face is gorgeous. But I don't know, there's just something off about Evil Queen, and I'm not quite sure what it is. But she's very pretty. So let's get these out. So we're going to tilt down and free them from their plastic prisons. And I get my handy dandy nipper. We're going to hit that, hit the little foot staples on all of them first. And then do the waist staples. And then where are the other ones that are holding them on? Yzma has one up there on her head. So she comes out very easy. Look at that. I was a little worried she didn't have pupils. She does. She's got that little white spot. Just so pretty. The earrings are actually earrings. I did not anticipate that. This whole headpiece is molded together. I'm very glad that this is a fabric piece. I thought it was molded onto the head, the little fur part, but it is like a little cuff that you can put around. And just look at how wide her hips are compared to it. But like these skinny arms, like she got an entirely unique mold, except maybe for the legs. But we'll take a look at her closer here in just a second. Let's get everybody else out. Of course, Cruella's fur is held down. We're gonna try to not yank her out because I don't want to mess up her hair. Okay, so here is Cruella. Again, gorgeous. Perfect hairstyle compared to the movie. Her little stole has this little elastic here in the back to keep her actually in that shape. She is wearing a coat in the movie, so this is not film accurate, but like I've seen this on her in some drawings and things. So it's fine. She does have a pretty film accurate dress. She is not wearing gloves. These gloves are molded on, so she is a unique arm mold. I kind of wish she had her little smoking like cigarette holder. Again, very cute shoes. And she too has a more like not normalized body type, but specific, the opposite. Now, the Evil Queen, her crown is not attached. That's a choice. But that does also mean you could really reroute her if you felt like it. But it's very cute. She does have an entirely soft head, so it's not going to be like crazy. I love the way the dress feels. Like it's got a border of actual trimmed ribbon. This is a plastic, which is fine, like a plastic accessory. I don't love this collar with the sateen, just because I feel like it would have looked better in a different type of material, and this is a little plastic accessory, but overall, pretty good. And she's got some just like basic little shoes. Now you can stretch her down to be a little bit less visible on the shoes. I think it's because the dress isn't as billowy. I think that's the issue I'm having with her. Whoop. She fell off. And then you do have to like get the crown out from inside the plastic. This backing does come out, so you can reuse this as like a box for something if you felt like it. Which I always love an extra little use for packaging sometimes. Now, here's the crown. I'm going to get this stuff out of our way so we can see everything. So, let's see how well this stays on her head. So while I appreciate the fact that it's not molded onto her head, I don't think it's actually going to stay on her head very well. I don't know. It's going to be weird. Let's take a look at her body. So we've got our little rope belt, which is very cute. It's just a nice little adjustable belt, so we can use this for other things. Now, her dress is one piece. Like all the way from up in there to down. Now, she does have her little like leotard molded on. Now, she is more of the standard body type, which is okay. Let's see which mold this is. Yeah, this is a 2022 Mattel mold. So this is the same one that we got with the relaunch of the princesses. Like, oh gosh, trying to remember which ones of the first ones had actual fabric outfits. But again, a gorgeous face. I do kind of wish that the head, like the crown, actually stayed on a little bit better. You can like squeeze it on there. Over time you do risk that kind of like not holding up real well. But we've got the basic points of articulation. I do wish at $20 a doll they gave us at least elbow and knee articulation. But what I've noticed so far from a lot of the Disney stuff is that they're not diverging too far off of what Hasbro was currently doing, which is kind of a risky plan considering Hasbro lost the license because it just didn't perform the way that it needed to. But this is a gorgeous dress. Like, honestly, if the collar wasn't there, I think you could use this dress for, you know, like a costume ball kind of doll or something like that. But really pretty. The only thing I have an issue with is this collar. And it's just because of the material type that it is. Just because it feels cheap compared to the rest of it, which is funny because I think stretch cotton is probably actually a less expensive material. And this has a kind of vibe to it that it might almost be a it's like almost a velour, almost is what it feels like, because it's just a little fuzzier than regular stretch cotton, so it has more of that like instant like depth and like the richness of the fabric is what it feels like. And then we just put that back on, and bada bing bada boom, our evil queen is ready to go, and she's looking magnificent. Now, we do have her shoes. They have like a little buckle on top. They're not molded on, but they also won't fit Barbie. They will fit, most of these shoes are going to fit tall and curvy Barbies. But like I can't do a straight transformation of this onto like a Disney store doll because it's different size shoes. But let's look at Cruella. So we're going to take our thing off. So let's look at this. So it does have a nice lining, and it's not just glued on there on the back, like it's actually sewn under. This is one of the better stoles that I've seen done in recent years. Like, I do appreciate a good stole. Cruella is like a fashion icon. Though, as you can see, she is just wearing a nice, like, kind of like sheath dress. There's a little slit down here, as you can see. It doesn't go too high, and it's there on both sides. Some nice thick straps that are not just cut, they are actually hemmed in. So the construction quality on this dress is great. Makes me a little sad that it is not going to fit on any other doll body because of the fact that it is form-fitted to this corseted torso. Now, I could try my best to imitate this torso by using a boil method and doing rubber bands that are wrapped around it, but not entirely foolproof. But as you can see, the hips are the same width as like Evil Queen. The legs are a lot skinnier, so I think she and Yzma might have the same legs. As you can see, we've got our same Disney princess feet. So these shoes can be used on them. Very cute, a very orange. I remember Cruella having more of like red, but they went with like a deep orange on this one, and it might have been orange. I think it's just always in like the artwork is her wearing red gloves and red shoes. But her face is gorgeous. I love it. I'm here for it. It is very much, I feel like almost the same as the classic one, but as you can see, she's got a 2023 mold. Whoop. Yep. And then it says 2023 up there for Disney and Mattel. She does have a soft head. I will be able to rebody her, which is great because she is going to get added, her head at least is going to get added to my permanent collection. So, very pretty. The ring is removable, so you can carry that ring over like you would any other Barbie ring. And she looks awesome, I think. Now, there's a little bit of space, but not a lot. And I wouldn't want to stretch this dress too much, just because I feel like it would probably be better off just like staying on like the normal spot for this outfit, the normal body, because I can repro this dress pretty easily just based on like the dress that I already have my Cruella doll wearing. So, very pretty. I am going to steal this head right after this video is done, pretty much. Now let's take a look at Yzma. So, we've got Yzma. As you can see, her head is very big. It is not all one piece. So you are going to have to be a little more gentle when you rebody her if you take her head, because she does not have the, and there's her shoes, she does not have any articulation other than at the hips and the shoulders. but she is gorgeous. So let's take a look. Okay, so we've got a nice little collar that just has a little bit of Velcro and some like faux fur on it. Very cute. That's what it looks like without it. They did use a little bit of tape, which does not bode well for it going onto a different kind of doll, but we'll see. We take that little tape off from underneath. Now, I do want to see what her molded body looks like, because they changed up a lot of stuff. Oh, and they used tape on her shoulders too. Okay. Interesting. So, as we can see, she is a very unique mold. Like, she has got a lot going on right here. That is how narrow she is. She's got a much lower bust profile. She has got a crazy, like, Monster High level arch. And you know what's funny? Is I feel like they probably could have just used a Gen 1 Monster High body, at least the torso, but they chose to create an all-new like Disney torso to use the same hips, which is good, but is also a little bit more nightmarish. I don't know. Meh. But she's very cool. I'm very excited to have her. As you can see, she does have that head articulation up and down. It's easier to show from back here because she's got a really low jaw. A really low chin is what I meant to say. But she's gorgeous. I love it. Now, I do have the collector's Yzma. I have not taken her out of her box. She is one of very few that I have decided to keep in their boxes, because by the time I had actually gotten her at a good price, this one had already been announced. So I figured I was going to keep this one, and I'm probably going to put this head onto an old Elsa Disney store body, just because she's about that right, like bluish, light pale color. But I might change my mind and just keep her like this, just because she is so unique in the way that she actually is made. And like I showed before, she's just got some standard sandals. I'm not going to take those off because obviously they are worried about these falling off. Everything on her was secured in extra styles. Like the straps have tape under there because they're worried about stuff falling off of her. Even her necklace was secured on there extra. So I'm going to leave the shoulder straps on there. And then we're going to put her little furry collar back on. I'm kind of surprised that they didn't leave her, or they didn't have this collar connected to her dress. But it's okay. And I think that's why they had the tape, because it spins more. But she's really cute, and I love her. And I'm very excited I got her. Now I just need a Kronk doll. Come on, Mattel. Do some of the boy villains. Like, just, like, give me, like, an uber buff Gaston. And, like, you know, Dr. Facilier would be awesome. I would love it. So, as you guys can see, these are the 3 Disney villain dolls that we get. Now, again, I am a little sad that we're not getting articulation on these dolls because of the fact that these are by Mattel. They do have access to made-to-move bodies. They're not going to give us those in Disney Princess, but I would love to see them giving us articulated bodies. But these are awesome. The faces, the outfits, everything is on par. If they sold these individually, which they may do eventually, I could see them doing Evil Queen and Cruella individually. I feel like they're going to leave Yzma in this 3-pack as an exclusive. Just because I don't think she's going to have that same visibility that they're going to want to fly off the shelves. But it's very exciting to think of what we can see. I would love to see a Playline Maleficent from them, because the Maleficent that they did do is gorgeous, but just not worth it for me, because her outfit is not actually film accurate. But I am excited to see what they continue to do with that series. So if you guys have any questions on these dolls, let me know in the comments. If you enjoyed it, leave me a like. And as always, follow along for some more fun unboxings. Happy spooky season, y'all. Be good. Bye.